And one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild on Airy Peak Convert to Raid. With you as always is Salmisis the Shaman, Belschnickel the Priest,
And Cuddles the Brewmaster.
It's about to get real.
And welcome to episode 92 of the Converted Podcast, the podcast for the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is October 24th, and we would like to thank you for tuning into our show. I am with me this evening. Also, I am Cuddles, and this guy is Bell.
Yes. Wow. And then we got Sal.
Yeah.
In this episode, we have JFalcon of Standard Dragon Protocol. Belschnickel is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Turarts is here with Guild Haps later on, and BlizzCon, as well as a well-played party, is upon us. Yes!
That's the enthusiasm that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yay, BlizzCon! Yay, well-played party! Yay, Belschnickel! Yay, Turarts! Yay, JFalcon! Yay! We have like a really big show planned. It's like packed and everything. It's great.
Yo, wow. Sal's fired up, man. Like if you weren't already fired up, you better be fired up now.
My friend Bell, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a crazy few weeks. Obviously, I've been on the show for a little bit, but a lot of stuff's been going on. Like I got a quick story for you guys real quick. This is my little spiel, then we can keep going, right? I finally got around to seeing the Warcraft movie. Like, I know I'm like 6, maybe 7 months late. Okay, but this is a special moment for me because, like you guys know, I'm not a lore guy. You know what I mean? Like, I found out during the movie that Medivh wasn't still like a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had his like downward spiral. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gul'dan for me was like the Hearthstone guy. Like, hey, it's my lock in Hearthstone. Like, that's Gul'dan, right? So I'm watching this movie and I'm like tripping because everything is like, what? And like everything has like meaning, right? So I haven't played WoW since July of 2015. Like that's over a year ago. I've just been kind of like busy and just been out of it. Haven't had a sub. I've been playing other Blizzard games, of course, but so I'm watching this movie and I'm like, oh, look at all this lore. And I'm getting excited. I'm getting the itch. So I'm thinking, man, I'm like, yo, man, I kind of miss playing some WoW, right? Not to the point where I'm like going crazy, like I got to get all back into it and raid every night. But I'm getting the itch, you know, the little itch. And I'm tapping the itch. I'm tapping it. I'm putting some lotion on it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not full-fledged scratching the itch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like letting it marinate a little bit, right? So I didn't have WoW installed on my computer because I put in some new drives a few months ago. So I installed WoW. I installed it. I'm like, let me install it and see what happens. You know what I mean? If one thing leads to the next, maybe I, resub. Then I log into the launcher and it says Karazhan something or other, right?
You messaged me. What does this Karazhan thing
mean? I'm like, you're kidding me. I'm like, Sal, what's this Karazhan thing? And you're like, oh, it's like a new 5-man, And I'm like, yo, everything's happening. It's like the universe is pulling me back in. So yeah, man, that's it, man. Like it started with the WoW movie, casual, and now the Karazhan, and it's all happening, man. So I'm kind of like getting excited. I'm thinking about getting back in there, ultra cash. I'm talking like picking a few flowers. You know what I'm saying? Taking in the Azerothian air. Maybe walking around a little bit, waving at people / hugging. Nothing crazy for now, but yeah, I'm thinking about kind of dibbling, dabbling, So that's my little story, man. It started with the WoW movie, and it worked because they kind of got me going a little bit, got me percolating a a bit. So
it was funny because suddenly you watch this movie and then you're like all over like messaging people and you're all over Twitter going, so what's up with this movie?
No, Sal. Like I started watching the movie not expecting a whole lot. I had heard so much bad stuff about the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And I'm watching it. I'm like, yo, this is actually really good. And then like dirt. I mean, it was awesome. It was. I thought it was really good. Like I didn't have any. I wasn't expecting a lot. You know what I mean? So I went in there not knowing a whole lot. Like I guess if you were really into the lore, and then you were like, "That's not how it is in the books." And you could, or the game, and you could freak out. But for me, it's all new. It's all new. I'm like, "Oh, cool, Medivh. Oh my gosh, he's kind of like going bad. Oh, look, he's back. Whatever." So, spoiler alert, I guess, for anyone out there who hasn't.
No, but like the rest of us, like played Karazhan, we all knew that Medivh went bad.
See, I rated Karazhan, but I never really paid attention to that stuff. I just killed bosses. I heal. That's it. I remember, but it was such a cool thing for me. Like the movie finished, and I'm like, wow, I'm fired up now. I am.
It was really cool to start getting text messages from you going, "Hey, what's this Karazhan thing?" I'm like, "What is this Belschnickel on my phone?
Who's this dude
talking about Karazhan?" No, honestly, I think that right now is a really it's the funnest WoW has been for me in years and years and years. It just like the world quests. It really caters to any kind of play. Any kind of play. You know what? I've been doing battlegrounds even.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, and someone even said like this is the time to come in if you're coming in ultra cash. That's what I heard. Like there's so much to do, right?
Yes, and so much not to do if you don't want to either. Yeah. And like Suramar is really fun. It's hard at first, and then you get a little bit gear and you figure out your way. They're like this cool city. Like we've got cities in WoW that are cool, right? Like Ironforge and like Undercity is kind of a cool city, but Suramar, the Suramar city is like a city though, with like nooks and crannies and alleys and like things to hide in, and it's complicated, and you're like, how do I get around here from here to there, and then go across the waterway, and there's a bridge, and there's 2 levels, and it's like a city.
Okay.
It's good. It's fun.
Everyone's been liking it, man. What have you been doing in the game, bro? Like, because you're all up in it, man. What's the deal, Cuddles? My bad. It's a bad. It's tough habit to break.
You're good, Bay.
Whoa, Bay. I even got a Bay tonight.
Bay though.
I am still my main is still sitting at 106. I have not hit level cap yet. I'm having this like crisis of what do I want to play. And I don't know what I want to play, and it's not really alt friendly right now. And so I don't want to level something up, put all the effort, all the time into it, and then have to level something else up. Like I've never been an alt guy. I want one tune. Right. I want to play that one tune. I knew that I didn't want to tank again this X pack because I didn't want that. I wanted, like you, I wanted to go in a little bit more cash, and I wanted to. I want to just like log in when I want to. And if you're a tank on a raid team, you can't just log in when you want to. You log in for raid time because if you're not there, they might not be raiding. So I'm actually tomorrow. I'm gonna take 24 hours. I'm gonna level a tune from 1 to 100. It's going to be a Night Elf Druid, and that's going to be my next. That's going to be my main for the rest of the expansion. I'm going to play a Night Elf Druid.
Okay,
and,
cool.
We're going to Cuddlethorn has been born. And,
Cuddlethorn. I like that.
Cuddlethorn is going to change into a kitty and a bear and do all sorts of magical druid things. So, yeah, I think that's things that druids do. I don't know. I've never played one.
It totally is, and I think you're going to love it.
Sweet. I'm excited for it. I needed something new and different because I knew I didn't. I'm not a huge fan of windwalking as a monk, and I'm a huge fan of being a brewmaster. I want to be a brewmaster. I just know that I don't have the time. I need to be realistic. So yeah, gonna level a Night Elf Druid, and we're gonna play that. I'm hoping I don't have a ticket to BlizzCon. Which before everybody hits me on Twitter, I don't really want a ticket to BlizzCon.
I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it at all. Yeah.
So I'm gonna stream a little bit while I'm there. I'm gonna probably play some Hearthstone, play some WoW during the day, just kind of chill by the pool, have a few drinks, relax,
swimming,
get a tan.
Dude, yeah, totally get a tan.
Get a tan from something other than my computer screens. Eat at Roscoe's.
You live in Florida.
No, wait. Before you say that, though, people think because you live in Florida, right? Like, you don't have a job, like a job. Like, you're just out by the beach every day just sunning. Like, we're inside buildings just as much as New Yorkers are. Real talk. Like, people think Florida, it's like standing on at Disney. We got to work. You know what I'm saying? We got to put in a 40. Yeah, they don't know, They don't know. They don't know, man.
I stream 9.5 hours a day, 6 days a week, and also work pretty much full-time for a charity at this point, and have a family and a 5-year-old. So I don't get outside very often. It just doesn't happen. So I'm gonna enjoy my time out there, and I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna have some fun and try to hit 110 while I'm there. Probably, if not, it'll be the week that I get back, and then I'll be back into raiding. And I'm actually really hyped about that. I'm really hyped. I had the I had the end of expansion blues coming into Legion, and I'm pumped to get back into it. There's so much cool stuff going on, just like you guys said. This is gonna be really, really cool. So chat room, guys, we forgot to do this little bit, but let's do this little bit. Chat room, do us a favor and tweet us your converted shoutouts, and we will read them at the end of the show at converted_CTR. That's at converted_CTR over on the Tweeter machines. Also the Friendster. I believe we're on Badu and possibly Snapchat as well. No, is it just Twitter? Okay, it's just Twitter.
What the heck is Badu?
I'm sorry, I was misinformed. It's some sort of like the kids are using it.
Wow, dude, I'm
I don't
freaking
know
old,
what it
man.
is. I don't know what it is.
Dude, I am all over Snapchat. So.
I've heard. I don't use Snapchat. I think I have one that I've never even signed into. You know what I'm saying? I obviously use Twitter, GroupMe, but I don't know about this Badu stuff. Like that's just that. Wow, that's just wow.
Yeah. MySpace. We're on MySpace.
I guess we're still in MySpace. Yeah.
With our band on our MySpace, can I just say, while y'all are just going on and on talking, our chat room is on fleek tonight. Holy moly! Look at this. Remedies is in the chat room.
Yo, I saw the
Remedies
there, and I was like, yo, is this really like the Remedies, or is this like an imposter, like fake wannabe Press Y podcast and wishing they were Remedies? You know what I'm saying? Like,
this
is this the real
Remedies from 4 years ago when the guild started. Press Y podcast Remedies.
Yo,
this is Remedies.
Legion brought Remedies out of the shadows, man. Like just like from the shadows, just brought her to the light. Like that's pretty hype, man. That's the mark of a good expansion right there. You're bringing back people that haven't been around. You know what I mean? So that's huge. That's
got
huge.
Bruce Lee coming in at the beginning of the podcast because he usually comes in late. You know, he's in Australia. They don't know time. Obviously Tooley's in here, Tasia, like just, and they're all having these conversations having nothing to do with us, and that's probably better, than interacting with what we're saying because we're not saying much. Let's see, there can only be one. Arts is like really happy, you know, just look at Draven Dresden trolling. Chat room on fleek. I'm just real quick. Listen, I'm playing WoW like a mad person. I'm also playing Eve online, which really means I'm crazy.
Did you up your Microsoft Office sub so you have your Excel spreadsheets ready to go?
I haven't gotten into the spreadsheets, but
I will say I'm not as much as I'm not into WoW at the moment. I've been playing Hearthstone like my life depends on it.
I know, yeah.
How are you doing in that, man? You ranking up or what?
I'm sitting at rank 12 right now.
Okay, that's respectable.
And probably can push through that. Started to get like I got a little bored today. I started playing like Casino Mage and like random taunt druid and just doing crazy stuff and having fun. But I'm hoping to hit 10. That's
Cuddles, if you are playing Elite Dangerous, and I know you are, if you like the PvP space stuff, maybe you should look at Eve a little bit.
Okay, I don't have enough time to play World of Warcraft right now.
Eve an MMO
that I need in my life is another. Like, there's a reason that I don't own Fallout 4. I don't own Civ 6. I don't own like. I'll go buy Battlefield 1. Like that's awesome. Let's go play.
If you're
like,
double dipping in MMOs, you've got real legit problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I have
Like,
2 major MMOs, actually 3 that I'm playing because I'm playing Star Citizen as well. So.
Star Citizen, yeah.
There's a lot of MMO in my life right now.
Is that out?
No, very early alpha.
Okay.
Very early.
Yeah.
That game probably will come out in 2018, maybe 2019.
Yeah.
It's a long way out.
I remember when they first started their Kickstarter on it. It's been years.
Most successful video game Kickstarter ever. $143 million raised.
Insane.
Yeah.
Wow. But so people are expecting a lot for that, you know? I mean, still,
it's going to be there.
If you were to go, hey, World of Warcraft, here's $140 million to make a video game, they'll probably go, are you kidding me? You know, like Blizzard be like, oh, maybe a quarter of a video game, you know?
We're going to make a Facebook game? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah. So I don't know. Star Citizen. Well, yeah, I have high hopes for it. I do like the crowdfunded
It's gonna be a legit thing. If anybody's at all into space games, check it out. Maybe not now. Give it like a year or two for some people. It's very alpha. Not a lot of content, a lot of crashes, but it's fun.
Wow, sounds great. Yeah. Not a lot of content, a lot of crashes. Sign me up.
Okay, it's alpha. It's alpha.
Tonight we have a very special guest, don't we?
We do. We do. Yeah.
We do. Do we know who it is?
Yeah, we do.
I know who it is.
Should we bring him on? I think we should bring him on.
I think we should bring him on.
This dude is legit.
It is the wonderful, it is the inestimable Mr. Joseph Q. Falcone.
Wow.
I think I got the right.
I had no idea his name was Joseph Q.
Some people call him JFalcon.
I prefer to call him by his given name, Joseph Q. Falcone.
Hey, Jay.
What's up, man?
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having me on.
He's because he didn't hear that last part because of the Twitch delay. But he called you a weird name.
I lost his audio.
I have no audio from him.
We've got no audio from you, man. Wait, now we do. I think. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, everything you just said was probably awesome stuff, man. Like you might have to repeat that.
So I was saying that I go by lots of strange names. The weirdest is probably Senor Javier Falcone, and there's a very long story behind that.
That's my favorite name of anyone ever, though.
You got it. Don't tease us, bro. Like you can't come out there with a Senor Javier. I mean, you got to like break it down.
Well, I've got JFalcon in my email handle, and a spammer decided to send me an entire long list in Spanish, and I don't read Spanish or speak Spanish at all, and so it sort of just turned into this thing.
That's where it started.
Yeah, that's where it started.
Wow. I like the Javier. I think from now on I'm going to call you Javier.
I've been called much worse. I think probably by you at some point.
Wow.
at BlizzCon.
Whoa, hey.
Years and years ago.
Oh man.
There was lots of alcohol, Bell.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I bet there wasn't much alcohol going on with Belschnickel at all.
No, not with me.
But
you're a mad because mixed up with the other Belschnickel.
A hot chocolate totaler.
I'm more about the hot chocolate.
Okay, Jay. Okay. JFalcon, and you're JFalcon on Twitter. You're like CTR, everything. So most people just call you Jay. But tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm the raid leader of Standard Dragon Protocol, a team that has been around forever and ever. And we originally started back in Karazhan. I am a software engineer by trade, and I have got to close the Twitch podcast window because that's really distracting to see chat about 30 seconds delayed. Yeah, so
if you hear that, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'm a software engineer. I'm a consultant. I do lots of work with Microsoft technologies, and in my free time, I work with a group of amazing people to do friends and family raiding with a goal, with a progression goal.
Dude, I remember meeting you for the first time at BlizzCon. That was 2 BlizzCons ago, right?
That was 2013. I think it was actually 3 ago, and then I saw
that was my first BlizzCon. Your wife was with you at this BlizzCon as well, right? The first one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
She was there at 2013 and at 2014 with me. And that's actually where I met Sal for the first time too, when she tried to steal my wife's seat.
Wow.
And I had
this guy came firing shots tonight. First of all, he's like, Omar's calling me funny. Belschnickel's calling me funny names while he's drunk at BlizzCon, which I don't even drink.
No, I was saying I was drunk at BlizzCon.
Oh no, yeah, you were definitely drunk at BlizzCon. And then all of a sudden, Sal's stealing your wife's seat. Like, wait, what happened there? Sal, do you remember this? What happened?
Was this like in the convention hall?
It was in the Hilton bar. We were all.
Oh,
just
that doesn't surprise me at all.
And yeah, no, that's how I ran into Sal for the first time. I had no idea who she was. I had no, yeah. So.
Oh, what was the deal? Did I think you were cute or something?
No. You were just looking. There was a whole collection of CTR people, and you knew all of them and had no idea.
Wait,
And I wanted to sit next to you.
No, it's just an open chair.
To clarify here, I would like to know why did you immediately go with "Did I think you were cute"?
What do you want me to say?
Well, I'm saying, I mean, are we finding something out here? Do you think Falcon's cute? Is that what you think?
Well, I mean, obviously.
I mean, look at this guy.
He's an absolutely adorable man.
I mean, listen,
I appreciate that.
I can't just like tell someone's married just by like looking at their aura. You know, like I'm not going to hit on someone who's married, right? That's never, ever, ever going to happen.
You can still tell him
But
cute, though.
if I don't see your wedding ring, then you know, I can't be held responsible about
even if they're married. Like, hey, this is an attractive person. They're married, but they're still attractive. I mean, what do you go blind? It's like, what's going on here? Like, you can say, hey, he's a cute guy. I mean, look at him. He looks good. Nothing wrong with that.
I cleaned up just for you guys,
and we appreciate it, especially Cuddles.
I do. Are you going to be at BlizzCon this year?
Unfortunately, no. I would love to be at
no
BlizzCon,
Falcon this year.
No Falcon this year.
Oh,
got some real life things that required real life money, and so we're not going to make it this year. But maybe next year. So
what state are you living in, man? What state do you live in?
In Atlanta, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. So great spot. Just started. We just got a new house actually. So new house is priority.
Congratulations. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. But you know how it is. Lots of money.
You're not too far from Florida, man. Next time we do something, we should because I can get to Atlanta from my house in 7 hours. And Cuddles is even closer.
Yeah, I'm about
5
5.5, 6.
We should do something sometime. Halfway or something.
Kalani's up there, and we have a couple other guildies up in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah, Kalani's actually. I met Kalani at the 2014 BlizzCon, and he's actually right nearby him. Right nearby me here.
Kalani's like super cool. But he won't come on the podcast because he's just not he just doesn't want to, you know, he's like just not I don't know. But I'm like, hey, you're like a really intricate part of our guild. And he's like, nope, won't do it. But he's super, super cool and talented. And, you know.
He is amazingly talented and absolutely kicked my ass in Overwatch. So.
And he can play video games. That's right. Hey, Turars wants me to take this opportunity to let you know, to remind you that you should join us at BlizzCon via the Well Played Party stream. Our guild is going to hit, what's that? Does that say Well Played on it?
You are not prepared.
You are not prepared.
Supporting the Well Played Party.
That's right. So you and anyone else who can't be there with us, like in person, can absolutely be there with us on the stream. We're going to have Turarts. She's going to be, you know, running the one part of the show. The main king of the show is Cuddles. Let's be honest.
Cuddle-tastic.
And we're going to be giving away prizes and stuff to people at home. It's going to be fantastic. Anyway, this has gone on a weird tangent. We should get back to JFalcon.
It's all about the Falcon tonight.
It happens with me all the time. It's a New England thing.
Wait, you're from New England, bro?
Yeah.
Wait. Why am I just finding this out now? What part?
What
part?
We've talked about this before at some point, but
remember you were drunk, bro. It's like
I went to school near where you were from originally, up there in Massachusetts.
Wait, WPI?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We did talk about
Sterling.
this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
That's
we're
me.
like family, bro. You're like,
hey, nice
brother I never had.
Nice to see you in person again.
Yeah, good stuff, man. It's coming back to me now. It's coming back. I had a lot of hot chocolate that night.
It's a lot of years ago. So.
Yeah.
I will tell you, Sal. Back to what you were saying about Kalani. If I thought for a second when I started this game and when I joined CTR and started this whole team, I thought I'd end up on a podcast. I would have been like, nope, I'm done, I'm out. But here I am.
I don't know. He's not shy. I don't know, but hey, back to you. Tonight is a special night for you, and
It is.
thank you so much for coming on this specific night. Can you let everyone else what's going on? Let them know what's going on.
Yeah. Tonight is my 6th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
My wife and I got married 6 years ago today.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much. We've been together a lot longer than that. We actually met in game in World of Warcraft, and so there's a neat story there. But yeah, so she gave me permission to come on the show when Sal said, "Well, how's the 24th?" She immediately gave me permission, and she's
That's
actually
awesome.
in the chat room tonight. So she's watching the stream. So her name is Lorianne.
Hi, Lorianne.
Thank you so much, and we're sorry at the same time. Now, cute story. So, like, what's going on? Like, how did y'all meet? In game, yeah, but and is there any more to the story than that?
Was it like under a tree in Lordaeron? Like, what do we got going on here?
So
He wants deets.
No, yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell the story. So this is back in Classic. I was running around on my Paladin, which is my
Notice he
only
doesn't
tune.
say vanilla. He says classic.
I'm trying to be prepared. I'm trying to be correct.
As a man of integrity.
And I got it in a little over my head. I was definitely under-leveled. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, I can do orange quests. Why can't I do red quests? I can do that, right? No problem. So I actually stepped foot on the Haunted Isle, which is just off the coast of Stranglethorn Vale. And as soon as I touched the sand on that island, every water elemental on that thing ran to me, and I was just fighting to save my life. And up over the top of that hill came a priest, and she healed me, and she killed every water elemental, made me look silly. Now, she was like 5 levels higher than me, but I was like, hey, I want to know who you are. I whispered her, said, thank you. She said, how would you like to do some quests? And the rest is history.
Wow.
Are you kidding me with that story?
Dude,
No,
she came and just straight healed you and saved you.
Yep,
stole
save
your
my
heart.
bacon. Yeah, and
Wow.
I think the time she realized that I was a good guy was a blue wand dropped back in the day, and I was like, well, here, why don't you take it? I don't need it. Paladins can't use wands, and that's back when blues were worth something.
Yeah.
Way back.
That's pretty
in the
nice,
day.
man.
So
Wow.
yeah, that's our story. We've been together ever since, and yeah, she's absolutely the love of my life.
Now, did you guys live like in the same area? Like, it was like, hey, I live in this part of the world. Like, how did you guys, like, how was the first meeting? Like let's meet in real life. Like, or is that, I don't want to get too personal here, but I mean, like, was it like, hey, like,
We took a long time before we
Sure.
met in real life. We started out sort of questing together, and then we ran a dungeon together, and we started getting on voice comms and talking, and we became friends. And over the course of months and months and years, we started to just enjoy each other's company more and more.
Sure.
And eventually we met and had our first date. So yeah,
wow.
but no. I was in Boston and she was in Atlanta, and we did that for years and years before I moved down here to Atlanta.
Wow, dude,
That's the best story in the
yeah, like
world.
Sal, you're not watching the
ever.
video. Sal's been losing it for the last few minutes. The glasses were foggy. She had them in her hands. Like, wow, that's a good story, bro.
I think it's a fantastic story. Sorry for the tears, Sal.
if you hadn't like done something really stupid and gone onto a place that you couldn't like handle yourself, you wouldn't have met your wife.
If you hadn't logged into the
Absolutely.
game that night, if you
Yeah.
had to watch a television show and not log in that night, your life would have gone a different direction completely. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, different part of the country, different. Like, there was no chance to run into each other any other spot. It was fated.
Straight up destiny right there, man. Like, wow.
And
you weren't gonna tell this story somehow. You weren't gonna like just tell this story.
yeah, I was. I was just bringing it up slowly.
Organically.
Yeah, just letting it flow into the natural conversation. But the it's a great story, and I guess the moral of it is be nice to people, and wow, you never know who you're going to find. I mean, I said thank you, and she said, you want to go do a quest. That's where it started.
She's super nice too. I got to meet her that year at BlizzCon. Super nice, man. Like, that's awesome. Happy for you guys. That's fantastic.
She's a sweetheart. Yeah, so six years she's been putting up with me. So she deserves something.
Many more, man. Many more.
Thank you very much.
Wow. I don't know if Sal can recover from this. Sal's just wagging her finger right now. That's awesome.
Well, I'm glad you like the story, Sal. It's I like it too.
So, what's your favorite character?
That was probably the worst segue in the history of segues, but we'll let it slide because it is.
So hold on, rewind. Let me try that. So, I find it very interesting that you met your wife in game, but it's not just your wife that you fell in love with, because you've only played one toon throughout your entire WoW career. So you could say that you're in love with that toon. Tell us more about it, my friend.
That's a great segue. A mic drop there. That's fantastic. Now, I play a protection paladin. I started playing a paladin in Classic. Nobody told me that you couldn't tank on a paladin in Classic, and so I tried, and then they were like, you're dumb, you need to heal. And so I stood out of combat for a while and healed. And then in BC, they brought paladin tanking into the forefront. And so that's when I started tanking, and I've been tanking ever since. It's a role that I love. I think that it's the tank's job to bring stability to a raid team, to make it possible for everybody else to have fun. It's not to say that tanks are any more important than anybody else. They're not, but it's a super critical role, and I love having that sort of weight on my shoulders. So, and the paladin has always just gelled with me. So it's who I am, the all-around nice guy. At least who I try to be.
You're 100% right, though. No one should get offended at that. Like, if your tank is terrible, like, no one's having fun.
Yeah.
Like, you could have awesome healers, you could have great deeps, but if your tank is just not doing work, it's just not going to happen. So
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I can't do anything without my healers. I can't do anything without my DPS. But I like to be able to set that foundation, right? And so I think that the balance of a great raid is on the backs of the tanks. We bring a lot of stability. So, but you need all parts.
Definitely. Send your angry tweets to.
Okay, but like, you've been playing for so long, but you've only really been playing this one toon. Like, who can really say that?
Just one toon for 9 years. That's all I have. We started back in raiding Kara, and this is actually really super special that Kara's coming back out. I'm ecstatic to go back into Kara and have some fun with it. It's awesome. So it's going to be great. It's going to be reliving all kinds of old memories for me, and I'm excited to go back in and do it. But that's where we started. That's where the team Standard Dragon Protocol was originally conceived, founded, starting to be put together.
Mm-hmm.
So your raid team is in the chat room right now, trolling the heck out of you.
He's not even reading it right now.
I am not reading it. They are absolutely trolling the heck out of me. Yes.
Top thing I've heard Jay say as a tank: "Where's the boss?"
Thanks, Arata. Appreciate it.
Wow. It's a good thing he's holding everything together as the tank.
Yeah. Occasionally a boss will just randomly despawn, and you're like, well, where's the boss? Yeah, it happens. 9 years, there's a lot to go around.
So let me ask you this, because this is like really unique that you played one toon. Do you play other games? Like, or are you just okay?
Oh yeah, no, I play lots of other games. I play all the Blizzard games.
In other games, do you do this? Do you have like one character in Diablo, or are you just a one character man?
I've got a monk in Diablo. I haven't played it in a long time. I sort of play Diablo for some of the story, and I don't grind it out like I do in WoW. Running a raid team takes some real time and effort. Recruiting being the biggest piece of that, right? It's a lot of hard work there. So I dedicate a lot of my time to that, but I play lots of, single player games on my Xbox, PS4, love me some Kerbal Space Program. I mean, that's just a smart person game, but I mean, so hard to figure out like all of that, like orbital mechanics stuff. And I mean, your brain will hurt when you're done, but it's amazing.
The first time you get to the Mun though.
Oh,
the first time you make it out there.
You're like, holy crap. Yeah, no, it's an amazing feeling. So I do a lot of that stuff. I play lots of different kinds of games all over the place. Many AAAs, but nothing competitive or nothing like really pushing the envelope. I play most of those for fun. I try to WoW is sort of my game that I play with my people, with my friends, with my the people that I care about.
Right on. Well, speaking of the people that you care about, there's a lot of families on your team, isn't there?
Yeah. So Standard Dragon Protocol is a friends and family raid team with a progression focus. We have all kinds of husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, fathers, sons. I think there's a couple of singles that are around, but yeah, our team is mostly made up of people who really enjoy each other's company and care about each other. And that's actually one of the things that we do a little bit differently when it comes to recruiting. We don't just look for, we need a hunter or we need a demon hunter or a death knight or whatever, and can they do great DPS? We really try to focus on, is the person going to be a good mix with who we are as a team? Because our philosophy is that, if you work well as a team, you're going to work well through the thick and the thin, the happy, the fun, the challenging, and all of that. So we really, really try to focus. And who do you work better with than your spouse or your girlfriend or whoever else, right? So we love having those people. Thank goodness we've never had any breakups or any divorces or anything like that. But yeah, no, it's fantastic, and it's amazing to be able to celebrate a hard-fought victory or something that you've been working on. I remember back to like Ice Crown with the first time our team killed Lich King, and this is years and years ago, that husbands and wives and people were yelling and screaming and
that's awesome
and all that stuff. So it's amazing when those things come together.
That's awesome.
How the heck did you get to CTR? I mean, you've been around for so long, and I mean, we've been around for a lot of years. CTR has, but you've been along. Your team has been there longer than that. So what's that story?
So we originally started on Lothar. Lothar was one of the original classic servers, I guess now. And we started over there, and recruiting just got really challenging. It got about Mists of Pandaria. Recruiting got really super hard. Server attendance was way down across the board. It was painful. And so what we were saying, we had tried a couple of like those old team mergers, like, hey, you've got like 8 people and we've got like, 12 people. Let's put these 2 teams together and see if that works. And there was always, it just sort of violated that feeling that we had about putting the right groups of people together, being able to recruit and look for the people who wanted the right things, and it just wasn't working. And so I randomly listened to the CTR podcast with Pat Crane and Darius and Coltrane at the time, and I said, well, this is sort of interesting. They're doing something different over here on Airy Peak. And we were headed to BlizzCon about the same time, and so I stopped into the what's now known as the Well Played Party with my wife.
Hey!
And we said, "Who are you people? And can we come in?" And everybody was super nice and said, "Yeah, come in. Let us tell you about who we are."
Was that when we were in the small room?
That was in the super hot room.
Yeah,
it was so hot.
That was the hottest I think I have ever been.
We had no idea how popular it was going to be.
Well, I showed up.
I remember that, man.
And me and Belschnickel were like on a stage. It was all weird and like
We had
in
a
a
dance
panel.
pattern and everything. It was,
Yeah.
We had a dance.
Dance
And we didn't even do it.
Wow.
And I think Coltrane was wearing his robe
His
that
robe.
day.
He was.
Yeah, he was
That
sweating like a
Coltrane was
dog.
wearing a
it
robe.
was bad. Yeah. So we knew nobody, but the CTR community that was there was absolutely amazing. Was warm and welcoming. Talked to us a lot about what the guild was about, what the philosophy of the guild was, and so after that, we moved our entire raid team all in one big move about sort of the end of Mr. Pandaria all the way over to CTR, and have been tremendously supported. We love the community. Huge shout out, to Nate, who was our guy for a really long time, helped us get all of our people in and figure out what it meant to be part of CTR. And then, more recently, Tour Arts has been running the guild recruiting events, and those have been fantastic. We've been a huge supporter of her and the guild doing those, and have picked up a bunch of new people on our team through those. So we love being part of the Convert to Raid Guild. It fits our philosophy. It fits who we are as a team. And I think without CTR we would have probably stopped long ago. But we're here. We're going strong, and we're bigger and better than we've ever been.
It's awesome. It's like a true success story, man.
Right on. Well, we do have a tradition here. We do have a tradition here on this show. And I do not know if you're prepared for this. But
Guess we'll see.
I need you to name all of the members of the original Salad Senate.
That I cannot do. I know that Sal was on that team for a while.
No, okay. Well, if you won't take the real hardball questions, I guess
I wish I could. No, I got
No,
no
if you
game
knew that,
there.
dude, I'd question you.
How about your
Or just name all the people who have reportedly been to the very first Salad Senate run, because it's like 73.
It's like 90 people that have been there. I was there. You remember that?
Yes.
No, well, how about we make it a little bit easier on you? And how about all the members of your raid team, Standard Dragon Protocol?
So I would be remiss if I didn't start off with my the three people that I work with to help run the team. They're my role leads: Radabori Vim, Spirit Soar, and Amphra. They make it possible for us to do what we do every week. They're amazing. And of course, my lovely wife, Lorianne, Mars Epipity, Bert, Buff, Nez, who's my co-tank, Clen, Thal, Vidrak, Brain, League. By the way, League, if you're listening, I hope you feel better. He's just been kind of in and out of hospital. So, man, I hope you're doing well and getting better. Emma, I'm going to try to say this right, Moragon. She always yells at me. I pronounce her name wrong. Arata, Karis, Gwen, Trent, and our brand new latest recruit that we just added to the team, first run, a great person, Hillary C. So,
wow, that's pretty impressive, bro.
21 people, and I have a list that's like, I guess it's just off over there. So I was pretty
didn't cheat at all.
I absolutely cheated.
Good. It's needed sometimes.
It's better to cheat and get everybody, in my opinion.
Absolutely. But no, the team is absolutely amazing. They have worked so amazingly hard this expansion. They have just been from farming flowers to leveling AP to being ready day one to start raiding. The team has worked amazingly hard, and they all deserve just a huge shout out for everything that they've done. They are absolutely the reason for our success. It has very little to do with me. I just sort of point them in the direction, and they really have just above and beyond blown away our expectations.
That's awesome.
Right on.
Did you someone in the chat room says you've forgotten. Either they're trolling you, aren't they?
He forgot Trentos. How can you forget
No,
Trentos?
I said Trent. Pele's
no,
wrong.
of all the people, Jay.
I said Trent.
How
Hey,
did
go
you
back
forget
and listen
Trent?
to the podcast. He said Trent.
Twice.
That's
Okay.
all right.
Well,
Trent is one of our hunters, so yeah, we're happy to have him.
I know that you've already like listed everyone, but do you have any like shout outs other than that to give?
You know, that's a great question. First of all, shout out to you guys for having me on. Thank you for giving me the time. I appreciate it, and to be able to talk about our team, which is actively recruiting. So
that's okay.
would be remiss not to put that out there.
No, you have to, man. Plug it out.
You know, we're really progressing right now. We're just we just went 6 of 7 heroic last night in our Sunday raid, and we're working on Xavier. So we're this close to hitting our ahead of the curve goals and all of that. So, you know, but we are still looking for people. We want to add a couple more DPS. So definitely. But so thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to come and tell my story and tell the story of our team and what an amazing team it is. Because they're fantastic and they deserve it. Shout out to the CTR and to all the people that help us. Shout out to Ursangus, who's been helping with some issues that we've had to deal with as raid leaders and all of that. He's been correcting things for us, and shout out to CTR. We love you guys. We're so happy to be part of this community, and I gave a couple of shout outs earlier to Gerards and Nate, so to those guys as well.
Sounds great. So how can we get a hold of you on Twitter?
I am at JFalcon1387 on the Twitter.
How about
and then
you have a Twitch channel, don't you, bro?
I do, where I stream out our raids. It's all I use it for is our raids. And so if you want to see raids from a Protection Paladin perspective and follow how how Standard Dragon Protocol is doing, it's twitch.tv/STD Dragon Protocol. And I really wish that Twitch would have let us have the full Standard Dragon Protocol. We had to shorten that, and that's a bit of an unfortunate shortening.
STD Dragon, huh?
I mean,
yeah, it's a little embarrassing. Be careful what you do with dragons.
So hold on. Can I? What do I? Wow, you might get burned in more ways than one, friend. Yeah. So what do we have to do to talk you into streaming some Kerbal?
Oh wow, man! I am terrible at Kerbal, so I don't know.
Terrible at Kerbal. It's great. It's so much fun. Poor little Gemini and Kerbin.
I have like 300 hours and in that game or something like that. It's amazing. I love it. But yeah, no, I use it mainly for just streaming out our raids and letting people see what we do. And our raid team uses the streams to try to correct mistakes and so that we can see what's going on. It's as a tank and a raid leader, it's so hard to see everything all at one time. So it's nice to go back and be able to flip into that. And so it's not a huge fancy stream like you do, it's not 9 hours a day. I'm not a Twitch streamer. I don't put my face on the stream when I'm doing it. This is the first time I think I've ever been on camera. So a little nervous.
Converted exclusive.
Yes, exclusive. That's right. So it's probably not. But I will stream all of our raids, and I will try to have audio turned on because I'm told I don't do that all the time.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
And thank you to your wife for letting you come on, dude. Like, that's huge. Anniversary night, dude. Mm-hmm. Yes, man. Yes. Your wife she's fantastic.
I picked a good one. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds like she picked you.
Probably so. Isn't that how it always is, Sal?
Nice. Well, Jay, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night and happy anniversary.
Thank you all very much.
Take care, bro. Good seeing you, man.
So, guys, I
What an
think
awesome guy.
that was incredible. That was amazing.
How awesome was that interview?
That was great.
I mean, like, that's everything CTR is and more.
Yeah.
You know?
The origin story. Like, dude, how many people like meet their mate for life in game? Like, that's crazy. Like, you hear about it, but like, this guy was here, man. Like, that story was amazing. And the way he set it up, like, she healed him and she killed everything around him. It was like out of a movie. You know what I'm saying?
You know, he's told that story a few times, though.
It's a good story, though.
It's a good story. I'm really this one of the best stories we've had on this show. We've been doing this show for almost as long as the guild has been around, so that's almost 4 years. And that's like I would put that in the top like 3 or 5 stories that we've had on the show.
Definitely.
That's so good. And now we have the wonderful Tur Arts.
Time for tea.
Yes.
Oh, it's exciting. So we're going to switch things up tonight. I'm going to start by talking about some raid stuff because it's been a while.
Yeah.
And the guild has done some things, which is pretty awesome. So let's talk Mythic. We have some teams in Mythic. Top of the list, convert to Mythic. They are 3 of 7. They have cleared Heroic completely. Edamame Enterprise and Warfront are up there too. They're both 1 of 7 in Mythic and have cleared Heroic completely. Also, finishing the Heroic race, we have Rectified and then Don't Release, which I think is a fun name. A couple people who are just 1 away. They just got to get that last boss. Alt-tastic, Get Off My Lawn, and Standard Dragon Protocol. Also, the Heartless, another fun name. And then we have so many teams who are just hanging out in Heroic. A few bosses left to go. But I think just looking at this, almost everyone has been active. I say there are so many teams on there. I think 23 in my brief count that are a lot of the way through normals even. So this is awesome. We have so many active teams, but definitely, huge shout out to those who are chugging along and raiding every week. So congrats, guys. Keep it up. Let's see how our own little personal Mythic race goes. So far, Convert to Mythic is leading it right now. And then the reason I'm on here, events, we should probably talk about that.
Yes. Tell us.
As Sal's kind of mentioned, well played party. I mean, we're less than 2 weeks away. It's exciting. It's awesome. Hug Jules, hug Sal, hug Cuddles, all the people who have done amazing things. Mage, Eve, Kalani, definitely Kalani. Give him tons of hugs. There is so much work that has gone behind this party. If you can't make it, like me, you get to hang out in your pajamas and drink at home. And we get to hang out in the live stream and have tons of fun. There will be amazing prizes. I'm sure we're going to have just some superb guest speakers to listen to. Sal's going to be up on the stage doing her thing. Cuddles is going to be sitting there interviewing people. It is going to be a blast, guys. So come hang out with me. I will be there all night, which goes into like 1 o'clock in the morning, my time. So you're going to get some loopy Tur Arts, and it's going to be fun.
Nice. Oh,
that's my favorite kind of Tur Arts.
It is going to be awesome. So come hang out with us, even if it's just like 5 minutes. We do this for you, and we want to know you're having a good time. So come, hang out with me and watch Cuddles and watch Sal and, see what all wall surprises we might have. I don't even know. They don't even tell me. So it'll be fun. Events in the guild. So I've been talking for weeks about this. Let's help people learn how to raid. And we will be doing that on November 7th. It's a Monday. I know some of you are going to be coming back from BlizzCon. Hopefully some of you are already home or you had to stay home like me. But that'll be our first night of... We're going to, go in slow, teach you how to raid a little bit. I have a tank. I have a DPS. My healer's getting gear. And then you have me, which I'm not an expert, but I look good. So it's fine.
Right. I make it look good.
I will make you look good. Trust me, I will. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And then we're just going to do every other. So if we have a converted, we're not doing it. If we don't have a converted, we're going to be hanging out. It's going to be slow. We're probably only going to go about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but this is if you want to learn to raid. So, if you have never raided before, it'll be up on the calendar next week. I'm just finalizing a couple of things. It'll be up on the calendar next week. For signups, it's first come, first serve. So the first tank I get to sign up, you're coming with us. But, the point of this is to kind of jumpstart you off into a raid team. So, if you want to come, come for a little bit, but the expectation is this is just kind of to jump you into the pool and to find an amazing raid team. And there's tons of them. We will be doing another raid recruitment event in November. As JFalcon mentioned, right now I'm deciding whether to do it November 11th and 12th or November 18th and 19th. So I will post that up in email of you and tweet it out once I decide, or if you have an opinion on which day it should happen, let me know so you can help me sway the decision. And then finally, as far as events news goes, we do have some stuff up on the calendar, guys. guild.converttorade.com or converttorade.com/guild, whichever way you want to go. We just had an amazing Old War run. We're going into right now some LFRs. We're coming back at you. We're going to help you get through those. I know pugging is terrible, so run with us instead. It's way more fun. The 26th, we have one happening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. server. All the times on the website are server time. Item level 825 minimum because that's just what WoW makes it be. So that's not our rules. It's WoW's rule. Come have fun. It's going to be in Mumble. Mumble still exists. It does. We're still using it for right now. Who knows? Maybe we'll jump to Discord eventually. But yeah, and so it's exciting. Back on the well-played side, as it's kind of been mentioned, we still have t-shirts going on, guys, and there are a ton of amazing t-shirts. The one thing I will say is when you click on this site, scroll down because I've noticed it kind of rotates the shirts, what's on top, what's on bottom. So scroll down, you'll see the well played, the you are not repaired, the convert to raid shirt as you scroll down. There's also one at the very bottom, at least when I pull it up, that says like I play for both teams and it has the Horde and then the Alliance, which I think is really cute. And the vintage guild shirt, which is amazing, like still blows my mind. So yeah, if you want shirts, and you can get them on other things too. I think there's shorts or pants and mugs and all sorts of fun stuff. So not only do you get some cool swag, but you're gonna help us because this money goes towards funding these parties and these events that we do. And they also have sales happening all the time. I don't see one on right now. There was one I went on before the show, but they have sales happening all the time where you get the shirts for like $14.99. So just watch that. It is amazing.
Hey, I've got a question about this site. Okay, the tpublic.com/stores/convert to raid.
Correct.
So I'm looking at it and I see a bunch of stuff on here. I see things that look CTR-ish and I see things that don't look CTR-ish.
Yes.
But if I go to this particular site, does that mean that CTR is going to get some kind of money from any one of these designs? Because there's a lot of designs.
From how Jules, the amazing, wonderful Jules who set this up, explained it, is so our shirts, like we have a couple shirts on there that we made. So, we put them on there. The well-played shirt, the drinking and swearing, the all I got was this shirt and Kalani killed me one. Those are ours. But when we host other shirts, so as you see, you have shirts by Tech Renova or other names, Typhoonic, because that's an easy one to pronounce. We get a portion of it because we're hosting it. So if you buy these shirts, yes, they get money too because it's their shirts. But then because we hosted it and got them that exposure that got that shirt sold, we get a little bit of something as well. So definitely if you see a shirt on here like that I Raid for Both Sides one, is seriously amazing. Buy it. You're still going to support us. And there is a page too. If you go to the second page, it has the black Convert to Raid logo for the vintage, which I kind of think I'm liking the black. I think that's my one. But yeah, any shirt you buy on this site, so tpublic.com/stores/convert to raid, a portion of it goes to us, whether it's our shirt, so it's more, or whether it's someone else's shirt, but it's still, that's going to us and everything helps. We've proved that with our Kickstarts. Every little bit helps. So if you see something like, go for it. And there are a ton. There are so many cute ones on here that I want, and I have so many shirts already, so it's probably bad.
I love that vintage. Like you're talking about wanting the blue, the black. I do like it on the blue. Someone in the chat room was asking, will we be selling like the regular? When I say regular, I mean like original kind of convert to raid T-shirts. You know what? That design is absolutely on here.
It is.
It's yeah. And we've got the Alliance Lion stuff. There's this. Look at that Diva gun. That is cool. And so we've got Overwatch. Yeah. Oh, did you see? Look at this Horde Lions one.
Yeah, the Horde Lions one is pretty cool. Or Horde Alliance. And the nice thing about this site, if you click on them, guys, they're coming in tons of different colors. So you could go with a traditional blue, but some of them. There was one that was in purple that I was like, oh my god, this just elevated the shirt. But yeah, there are tons of different colors.
Sorry,
no, it's
Pepe. Lots of different colors.
So yeah, the original shirt is on there, Convert to Raid. I mean, you have like the roll shirts are pretty cool. The one where it's like the checkbox for the healer and tank and the DPS. It's pretty awesome that we're able to do this and showcase other artists too. And I know like if you have artwork, I know Jules has said get a hold of her, email the wellplayed wellplayedparty@gmail.com. Don't quote me on that email. Get back to me on that. But they'll look at it because as you see, we are hosting a ton of stuff. So if you have something that you're like, oh, I think this would be awesome for Convert to Raid or for Well Played or whatever it may be, let us know. We'll showcase it on here.
I like the Karen Tor one. There's so many good ones. There's like a whole bunch. And there's the original Well Played logo. There's just the drinking and swearing. There's 2 different ones. Oh, the one that has the Kalani on it. Okay, that's great. Yeah.
So definitely check this out. And the sorry, Rim just asked a question. Are there ways to help contribute t-shirts to sign, not be affiliated, but just design for the guild to sell? I would get a hold of Jules, because as you can see, Jules, there's shirts that are designed by Convert to Raid. So if you wanted to design something, but not have your name attached to it, but have it for us to sell, I would say, hey, Jules, I want to design something, but instead of me creating a TeePublic and hosting it, can I just get you the design and it be posted by Convert to Raid? And then that way, from my understanding is since we're hosting the shirt, it's our shirt, I think we're going to get like the full proceeds of whatever you get instead of getting a part because we host. So yeah, I would poke Jules, either, send her an email or email me and I will forward it to Jules, like Convert to Raid Guild Events or CTR Guild Events @gmail.com. Email me. I will get a hold of Jules. Jules, Gules, get a hold of Jules. Not Jules. I talk fast and then words come out really fast. And this was full of wine and now it's empty. So.
Oh, well, that explains it. You're still looking for event planners, yeah?
I am. I have 2 that I am bringing on. Crab People, and then I butcher her name every single time, but she is a raid lead for Doom Bunny. Yes, I have 2 that I am bringing on, and then if you want to be an event planner, email me ctrguildevents@gmail.com. That is events with an S, or Twitter, Turarts, in-game Turarts, basically Turarts everywhere. But yeah, so I am looking for more because there's a ton to do in Legion, even just creeping up for those world quests and things like that. And Karazhan's dropping, guys. Karazhan.
Oh my god, Karazhan tomorrow night.
So yeah, Karazhan. I love that raid.
Karazhan.
But yeah, so I'm looking for event plans, and if you have ideas for events, let me know, because the last thing I will mention, we're almost at 4 years. We are less than 3 months away from our week-long 4-year extravaganza.
That's crazy.
And if you have events that you want to do, let me know. If you have donations, I'm always looking for donations. I love it when you guys give me donations. Do not give me left sharks. I love you guys, but don't give me any more left sharks. I have so many left sharks. Dairies loves those.
I'll take a few. I mean, come on.
There we go. But yeah, if you have donations, let me know. We do our free raffle. You just sign up and you get something for free. Some of it's great. Like last year we had that holiday mount, the Minion of Grumpus. We gave away one of those. And some of you got some I think even the cheapest thing I gave out was still 500 gold on the auction house. So it's still pretty good stuff. But yeah, it's awesome. So if you have donations, let me know. If you have ideas for events, because we try to pack that week full of stuff, let me know. And you'll see Pat will come in and do something. Jules will come in and do something. I'm going to poke Darius, see if he'll sit there solemnly and participate in something for me. So,
or you can tap him for like. Oh, Darius is a bad rap.
I have never had a bad interaction with Darius. Like we even had.
Me too.
I flubbed up on Discord once, and my text was not texting right, and I said something, but I meant to say something else, and just it had me laughing, and it brushed over very, very nicely. But it could have been a very awkward moment, so he handled it very well.
We'll talk later.
Okay, we can talk later. Okay. Post show. But yeah, so no, Darius, I seriously. I don't even know if he listens to this podcast. I love Darius. He is really great. He's does so much for the community. Like, joking aside, send him your back guano, whatever. But seriously, he does a lot for the community behind the scenes even too. So
he pretends like he doesn't care, but he does a lot. He's actually lovely. But still send him back, Wano.
He's on my hug list. Yeah. He has that stare down, that like, are you seriously doing this right now stare? Oh, it's intimidating.
I think he's joking when he does it is the thing. You just gotta like nudge him in the ribs.
Keep that in mind, nudging the ribs.
Our Twitter's blowing up. Our chat room's blowing up. We're gonna.
This is awesome.
It's such a good night tonight, yeah. Gosh, well, we're gonna. I just jumped ahead of what what's his name, Cuddles, is gonna do. You want to just stay on with us while we do our shout outs?
Yeah.
Cool. We have so many you don't even know. We're like really popular on Twitter this week. Belschnickel, you have...
Guys, guess what? It's time for Shout Room Shoutouts. I was muted to the stream.
Oh,
Yay!
Does this mean? I love this.
I love my audio, guys. I love you guys. Get your shout rooms and the shoutouts and do the things, and Sal read the Twitters. I'll edit it for the download.
No, you won't. But that's fine, and that's what's special about our show is that we don't edit. And Belschnickel, you have the most wonderful voice.
Wow, that's very nice of you to say.
And do you happen to have these like Twitter shout outs like available to you?
I can scroll over to them.
And I think that it would be wonderful.
Wow.
I'm talking about in the show notes. Like I've already put them in the show notes.
They're here. I see them. Yes.
Yes. You want to go with that?
How do you want it, Sal? Do you want it kind of sultry or? What
I just want I want the OG.
The OG. All right, here we go. Let's go with the first one.
Voice.
Let's go with the first one from. See, I can't pronounce names though. That's the problem, right? Like Dark Rhino, right?
Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone preparing to make BlizzCon #BlizzCon awesome. Lai CTR.
Like Eli?
LICT. Maybe you should just say the names for me. How's that? And I'll just read the text.
Okay.
All right. Shout out to HVFD, High Gel Volunteer Fire Department. Been great raiding with you all. We'll miss you all, but duty calls.
JC Sway.
JC Sway. So to HTX, shout out to HTX for running Siege of Orgrimmar twice the other night just to help me get a hunter pet.
Captain Codfish.
Captain Codfish. Shout out to the Cod Squad for clearing their first Mythic and Mythic Plus together as a team.
Yay.
Shout out to you guys.
Wickedella.
Just Wipe It team is looking for a warrior or paladin tank, holy priest, mage, and Destro Warlock semi-casual team Tuesday, Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m. server.
Eric Nelson.
Eric to CTM for 3 of 7 Mythic. Also to my Mythic Plus team for getting an Arcway 11. Also to Sal for playing Enhance the Master Spec.
He's been helping me with Enhance. And that's Convert to Mythic. That's that Tadpo was on with it last week. The next one's from JFalcon.
JFalcon? Last pull mojo. Standard Dragon Protocol has woken heroic Cenarius from his nightmare. 6 of 7 at CTR Guild. At Converted CTR, Xavius is next. Only on pay-per-view.
Oh, look at this next thing, Belschnickel. Team Warfront sent us this picture.
That's fancy.
Of their team.
That's actually pretty awesome. Can you post that so people in the chat room can see that? That's pretty awesome.
Let's see.
You got this whole South Park thing going on. You have to post that.
Can I? Let's see. I'm going to save to, let's see. I can do a screenshot maybe.
That's awesome.
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen already. There we go.
That's pretty cool.
I want to know which one's Dr. Pope. So this is available on Twitter and, of course, on our stream right now.
That's cool.
By the way, we got a lot of really great feedback about the burrito koozie last week.
I didn't see any of that.
Turrets, how did you feel about the burrito koozie?
I wasn't here last week.
Oh, I didn't bring that up.
Windows 10 sucks.
The story. That's rough.
Windows 10. Yeah, listen, I had a burrito koozie, and we had an overwhelmingly positive response about the burrito koozie.
Well,
and I thought that was
like he looks like a burrito, but it's a koozie and it keeps your drink cool.
You have this koozie? Said koozie?
No. Turrets, it's not a koozie that looks like a burrito. It's a koozie for a burrito. For people that can't be held responsible enough to eat a burrito while it's warm, that needed to be kept warm. What are you doing in your life that you're not eating the hot burrito?
No, it's not for hot burritos. You know what it's for? Because, so I love the paunch. The paunch is amazing. But it gets messy because I just put too much in my burrito. Like, you fill that thing up. I'm paying for this.
What's a paunch?
The Pancheros.
Oh, okay.
The Pancheros, the paunch. And so the burrito koozie would help keep it together. So as I'm munching it, I don't have to worry about that stuff. Like, this is genius.
Wait, how big is the burrito where you can't wrap your hands around it?
This should be fun.
She's gonna bring out something that's as big as her burrito.
Like this, like the top of this. Like it's
oh
a
my
good
gosh.
size.
That's
like I want this filled up. Like I want my burrito. It's like when I go to Subway, they have to it never folds over. In
my life, I have to see T ordering a burrito live.
Oh, it's
fill that thing up. I'm paying for this.
Well, I've lived in the same city for a while now, since 2008, and I go to the same Pancheros, and the same older guy works there. Like, we bonded, and so when I come in, he sits there, and when I get my rice, it's like boom, and my black beans, boom. I get my meat on there. Like it's.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This girl knows how to order a burrito. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, and a burrito koozie would help.
This would solve my problems.
See, Cuddles.
No.
Cuddles is like, oh my god, what is she talking about?
Nope.
Hashtag I want my rice.
The burrito koozie is indicative of the youth of America and their inability to deal with the responsibilities of the modern burrito.
It's a deep
modern burrito. We've got 2 more Twitter shout-outs before Cuddles is responsible for reading the chat room shout-outs. So we have Winchestine CTR. Oh, it's Razor. Go ahead, Belschnickel.
Shout out to Veriza Windrunner for leaving her bow behind so I can claim it and have fun as a marksman hunter for a while. This is from Winchenstein. Yes. And we got remedies. Shout out to the HTX crew for letting me scrub around in Emerald Nightmare with them. Awesome folks. Good stuff.
Okay, but for real, how awesome is it to see Remedies kicking around?
No, Remedies. It's just bringing back this is like a flash from it's like I went back in time. You know what I mean? Like to a time to a beautiful place. You know, in our history, when Remedies roamed the streets of Stormwind. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just a special day. You know. Wow, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just.
I know what to say. I'd like Cuddles to take care of the chat room shout-outs.
Well, Sal, here's the funny thing. We have no shout-outs from the chat room.
None whatsoever, you say?
After they were so horrifically and wonderfully and on fire all night long, the entire chat room has taken that ball that they were carrying, driving to the hoop. They were ready. There was a slam dunk coming, and they dropped it.
Listen, the chat room hasn't been listening to us the entire night. They've been having their own conversation all night long, and I don't see any reason for it to have been anything different.
I'm totally okay with it.
A lot of them actually during the show put Twitter shout-outs, and that's just fine. They're still not listening to us, and chat room has been just like their own show, and it's their own show that I would subscribe to.
It's their own living environment. It's like its own ecosystem, which is good. We like that.
Right now, they're talking about burritos for tea and hashtag tea for president. I mean, I would always vote for turarts.
I'd vote for turarts. I'm voting for turarts tomorrow in early voting. That's it. I'm putting down turarts.
Shout out to my wife, Lorraine from JFalcon.
Oh.
We're about to lose Sal again.
So cute.
Yeah, and they're all going, wait a minute, there's a podcast going on? And Chief Fulgen is, hey guys, there's a podcast going on behind us. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We're just going to start talking about Pen Pineapple Apple Pen. And then we'll see what they do with that.
Cuddles, who do you want to shout out to?
I have two shout outs, if I may. One is like, it's not a shout out. I just want to pimp something. 4 p.m. tomorrow, I'm going to start a 24-hour leveling stream. 1 to 100 Night Elf Druid. Guys, check it out on my Twitch channel. Also, huge
That'll be fun.
Huge shout out to JFalcon for being a wonderful guest. Huge shout out to Bell for being here. Bro, I missed you. Dude. So glad to be back on the show with you.
I missed you too, man. I missed you too.
And gigantic shout out to Epic Insanity for helping me pick out some pins. And everyone that's going to be at BlizzCon, all the BlizzCon hype that's building up on like Twitter and Twitch and all the places. Like, guys, it's going to happen soon. Oh, I'm so pumped. How about you? How about you, T? You have any shout outs?
Shout out to my event staff because we're starting to get events and that's awesome. And to all of you who will be there with me in 2 weeks in the live stream, just hanging out and chilling and making it awesome. Come play with us. Well, not come play with us, but come watch us and watch everything and be entertaining and awesome.
That's gonna be good.
And awesome. Listen, I want to shout out to my boy Dead Greed for running all them mythic dungeons with me, and also, of course, to Dr. Pope who runs all the mythic but ran a mythic 6 without me during the show tonight. So he has mythic 6 gear coming in his thing tomorrow, his trunk thing tomorrow night, and I don't because Dr. Pope wasn't thinking about me.
That's messed up, y'all.
So, Belschnickel?
I got a shout out for T for filling in for me whenever I can't be here. T, you're fantastic in every way. And then I'm going to preemptively shout out Sal because once I do get back to the game, she's going to teach me everything there is to know about Legion and carry me until I cannot be carried any longer. So that's it. Those are my shout outs. That's a preemptive shout out for Sal. Thank you in advance for everything you're doing for me and will do in the future.
Cuddles?
You offered that service to me when.
Of course I will.
Yes.
Of course I will. I'm really happy. Yes. Cuddles, you're up.
All right, guys, if you're listening to the show on iTunes or Stitcher, take a few moments and give us a thumbs up or write us a review and tell us how we're doing. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to join us live, look us up on twitch.tv/convertedpodcast. Sal, tell them how they can come on the show.
Well, I will say that thing. Right after I look at the Discord shoutouts that Thule left and Dead Greed left. Shout out. Thule says shout out to everyone that enjoys a good hug at BlizzCon and all the rest as well. Oh, I can't wait to see Thule. And then Dead Greed says shout out to Sal for
Whoa.
Hold on, where are we? Where was this?
Shout out to Sal for sending me a steamy romance novel, even though my wife was like, WTF?
Whoa. Now, we can't leave that there. If you thought we were leaving that there, you're mistaken. What's that all about?
There's these steamy romance novels. You know, like you get these like...
No, I don't know, Sal. Please tell me.
They're like vendor trash type things.
In-game?
But yeah, and we've always gotten them like throughout the expansions, but this time this has pages and pages and pages. And this one's called like Got Milk, and it's about a Tauren. and I was like, are you kidding me with this? I was just like reading this whole thing about milk and stuff. And so I got one and I sent it to Dead Greed, and I got another one and I sent it to Navox. Dead Greed showed it to his wife and said, "Hey, this girl in game sent me this thing," and his wife is German, and she's like, "What is this woman sending you this romance novel for?"
She doesn't game.
No.
Okay.
Although she used to like do his like auction stuff whenever he was away from at work.
Mm-hmm.
But I also sent one to Navox, and Navox didn't. He just returned to sender, and that was it. That's the story. But
Wow.
I guess his wife didn't appreciate it.
I was kind of hoping for a little more juice in the story, a little more like intrigue, a little bit more espionage.
Espionage.
Yeah, that's a bad use of espionage, but whatever.
The steamy romance novel was called Got Milk.
That's pretty steamy.
So,
by itself.
if you'd like to come on the show, we are looking for raid leaders, just like JFalcon, just like Tadfa from last week. We're looking for raid leaders. We would love to hear all about your team, and if you need more people or just celebrate the people that you have, email us at convertedpodcast@gmail.com. That's convertedpodcast@gmail.com. We're going to have a little bit of be off kilter for our show because of BlizzCon, and we're all going to be at BlizzCon. So we're not going to have a show in 2 weeks. We're going to have a show in 3 weeks because we're all still going to be in California and traveling and stuff. So the next show is November 14th. November 14th. And gosh, this has got to be it. We've got to be finished, right? We're done.
We're done. That's all we got.
We
last show before the con, though.
We do have one last thing, guys. Time is running out, but there's still time left. Hashtag get Turarts to BlizzCon. This can still be a thing. She has the time off. All we need.
Please tell me we're making progress on that front.
We need an angel investor. That's all we need. Somebody's got flight miles. Somebody's got a spare $100 laying around. Let's make this happen.
What's it gonna take to get T to con?
She's got a small child.
That can be handled.
That can
be
done.
fit in the carry-on bag.
Not to but I do. So I get off work 5:20 Thursday, and then I have a week and a half off, and he is away from Thursday till Sunday. But
no kid,
it's just
off work. Guys,
okay, so
what's
it gonna take to get T to the con? What's it take? It takes a flight, right?
A plane ticket.
You need a place to sleep, obviously.
We can figure that out.
And you don't even need a con ticket. You really don't. So, dude, this has got to happen.
One plane ticket. One plane ticket leaving Thursday night from somewhere in the middle of the United States. She'll get there.
How important would it be to have T at con?
I know.
At the party. You know what I'm saying? In the flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
This needs to be
There's still time. There's still time.
There is still time. CTR Guild, make this happen. T has been working tirelessly for you as your head event planner for years.
That's going to be trending on Twitter.
Oh my God, it really has been years. I feel so old.
It has been years.
Wow.
Gosh.
Well, hey,
years.
You heard it here.
Hashtag get T to BlizzCon. Or Turrets to BlizzCon. Or I don't care. Just get her there.
Hashtag con for T.
Con for T. This needs to be a thing.
So guys, had a blast, man. Good stuff.
I think that's going to do it for tonight. Yeah. Everybody, Bell, Sal, T. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye.